Alright, still no Cornifer. I don't remember where the shop is. Whereas the shop might actually be over in the other section. Whoops. When in doubt, shoot him. Whoops. That didn't work for him. So, I've been listening to the Hollow Knight soundtrack, lately. And I was kind of taken aback. I was actually really confused and more than a little surprised. Okay, so we need the broken key to get into the sewers. I was confused and surprised because I couldn't figure out... Okay, next side to the right, head up. Gotcha. So I was confused listening to the soundtrack, because the soundtrack is very aggressive. Like, most of the songs are actually, oh. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get up here. Next one? Okay, down there. But so the soundtrack is amazing, but what threw me off really hard was, yeah, how aggressive it was. And I couldn't figure it out at first until I realized you listen to the same kind of calming songs on loop, and then they have unique songs for every boss fight, more or less. And yeah, it threw me off because I was like, yeah, let's just listen to some Hollow Knight music. It's generally incredibly relaxing. And then I turn it on and it's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, this is actually like stressing me out almost. From the outside, there should be an entrance on the left face. You know what? I even went in there and then I went down because I wanted to be completionist in that area and I totally forgot. Yeah, let's go find Cornifer. I should have enough geo for it. I'm a little poor just because I keep leveling up here. And obviously that's going to put me in the hole a little bit faster, but whatever. Oh. I want to take the elevator up. Let's see, did I have flashbacks to Nightmare King Grim listening to the soundtrack? I actually barely fought Grim, to be totally honest. More or less what happened was I think I took a couple tries on him, got him like halfway down, and then was like, there's no way I'm beating this without like physically harming myself, and gave up. Because like, I could beat DLC Zote. DLC Zote, at least for the first, like, couple rounds, wasn't so bad. Grim had no pattern. He just had moves. Which is good, but also kind of crappy because it meant, like, it really did rely a lot on my reflexes, and they just weren't up to par at the time. I would say they probably still aren't. My reflexes are still kind of garbage. However, the bonfire mod should hopefully abate some of the problems. And honestly, I think I've just gotten better. I have been playing a lot more Metroidvanias and platformers for a while. Okay, so let's go down. Because that opens it up. And right, this is the shop guy. Aye, come searching for rare items, have you? Well, hands off, this collection is mine, and I won't be selling it to grubby little wanderers. Still, I imagine you came across many interesting items on your travels. Maybe you'd care to part with some. I'll offer a fair trade for each. Okay, so I got one Hollowness seal. Oh. These ornate seals were the official symbols of the king and his knights, and were treasured by those who carried them. The king and his knights are long gone, but the seals still hold value as curiosities. I'll pay a modest price for them. Do you know of the kingdom's 5 great knights? They're revered figures of hollowness, often mentioned in the annals of the kingdom, but only as a group. Both their names and appearance seem to have been expunged from history. So long has passed since their time, it'd be a grand achievement to discover their identities. Looks like you don't have any relics on you. If you manage to find any in good condition, bring them to me and I'll give you a fair amount of geo for them. So your reflexes are garbage. What happened? An injury? Sort of. So Actually, it's my left hand today, but I play a lot of video games on a daily basis. You don't want to sell king idols and arcane orbs. Yes, because those are used for the leveling mod. So, one injury was I fell off a bike years ago. And it has always left me with a particularly weak right wrist. And for some reason, my left wrist is just kind of achy today. Maybe I slept on it wrong, who knows. But, like, I play hours of video games, so I'm extremely vulnerable to... repetitive strain injuries. To the point where, like, you know, playing World of Warcraft for a couple hours could actually, you know, hurt me a little bit. Oh, we want to go the other way, I think. And so, it's also one of those where, like, you know, normally, say, if you're feeling a bit strained, you can just take a break for a while and, like, not have problems with it. Technically... Oh, no. Technically, like, I can kind of do the same. The main problem is just, like, it doesn't... So I can't exactly take a night off. I can, but it's not good for me financially, too. And channel-wise and growth-wise and a bunch of other things. So it's a lot easier for me to just kind of... Hey! Respec item. It's a lot easier for me to kind of manage my time and so on and so forth. Oh. Oh. Oh, we gotta drop down for that one. And this one? Yeah, gotta drop down for both of these. See if I can take the elevator up. This might be one of those that I can't. Wait, no. Can I go up from here? No. I can only go up and down. Or I can only go down further. Let's see. But yeah, so I generally prefer to, try not to strain myself. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching my, my Hades playthrough. But I actually refuse to fight the final boss in that until they've rebalanced him. Not because his design is necessarily bad. He's very painful comparatively. Like, he's not an easy fight. And that makes, like, a fairly big difference. So unless I've got, like, an amazing build, I'm just like, it's not worth my time. I'll come back and, I'll come back and fight him, you know, when I've got a really good build, or I feel really up to it. Because, yeah, otherwise I'm just gonna hurt myself. And I don't want to do that. Because I'd rather play, like, 90% of a run in a roguelike and still have fun with it than a smidge of it and then hurt myself. Or a smidge extra and then hurt myself, I guess would be the phrase. Phrase? I don't know. So yeah, that's why my my hands are such an issue. Imagine if you were a singer and people kept trying to get you to do, like, Mongolian throat chants. You'd probably say no, too. Maybe. That stuff is pretty intense. Okay, bench up there, nothing else. Still haven't found Cornifer yet. Figured he'd be obvious, but I guess we'll find him later. Oh, they have Hollow Knight plushies. Fangamer is selling them. And... oh, nope, and there's Cornifer. Wait, I think the music broke. Because, yeah, it was still playing the regular music and the weird battle boss music. Okay, but yeah, here's Cornifer. Thank you! Let's see, inspect. Symbol of a bench, yes. Oh, this is going to be costly. Isn't this a change from those twisting natural caverns? The rain does cast something of a sadness upon it all, but the architecture is simply splendid. Charting such a different place is quite a challenge, though one I've eagerly undertaken. Perhaps you'd care to purchase a copy of my achievement so far. Alright, City of Tears. Let's see. So we've got that one area. Let's get the shortcut open first, though. But yeah, so they, yeah, I don't remember that song from that little, like, wave fight, but, eh. But yeah, so they have Hollow Knight plushies that you can buy. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy one today. It's like $35 at Best Buy. But it comes with the game itself. Which, like, obviously if you really want to get the plushie and the game, like, that's a good deal. Because this game is easily worth, like, $30. Not the, what is it, the 15 that they originally sold it at? Like, I understand why they sold it at that price point, but, like, it just feels like reverse highway robbery. Like, too generous. I need the scream. But yeah, so it's like, well, I could get it for, like, 35. But then they've got the like, whole pack of plushies for much, well, not much less per, I guess, plushie on Fangamer itself. And I'm like, yeah, that might actually be worth my time. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still on the wall on that one. Mainly, I want to move before I do any, like, major buying. I want to have a whole shelf of miscellaneous things. Okay, what do we get? A simple key. I actually don't know what that simple key is for. It's still 15. Just bought it. I mean, it is 100% worth it. And, like, I will sing this game's praises for a very long time. The team that made it are really good people. Shame that the physical copy never came to be, but honestly, like, physical copies of anything, I don't know, I feel like physical copies are a dying breed. I'd rather have, like, a cool piece of paraphernalia than the game itself in a physical version. I say as I'm wearing my Monster Hunter shirt. I have 2 Hollow Knight shirts, actually. I want to say I bought 2 from, whoops. Ow. I bought 2 from Yeetie, and then I was like, oh, hey, Fangamer has, like, a really nice, like, water-printed shirt, too, so I guess I bought that, too. I like to buy gaming-related merch. Oh, there are many simple keys in doors that need simple keys. Right. I forgot about that. And 200 Geo for that. Worth it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like the simple keys that I've just totally forgotten about at this point. It's not that they're, like, unmemorable, it's just that there's so much to remember about this game. I remember this station well. A common trip it was. Goods from all over the kingdom were transported here. Not a lot was sent back the other way, though. Okay. So, yeah, I guess we could go fight the other dude. Very upset that physical copies are becoming outdated. I think it's one of those where I don't care as much about physical copies of anything, just because I barely... Let's start putting points into int. I'm using the shots, and having 125% damage seems like a good idea. I like the little cartridges that Nintendo's been putting out. Those aren't so bad. But I find most physical copies to just be pointless and sit in, like, on my shelves forever. And I don't like that. I don't like having a thing to just keep around that I never do anything with. Just to rot on a shelf until I'm not going to say bored, but until I either sell them, move away, or lose them, break them, or something like that. Having all digital is a little risky, because, yeah, eventually Steam might close its doors and I might lose 2,000 games, which would kind of suck. But I just don't want all of that extra stuff. I don't want a giant, like, If I had 2,000 games on discs in my apartment, it would be a titanic collection. I used to be impressed by my uncle's wall full of old PC games. You know, he had like boxes for not Subcom, Total Annihilation, and a bunch of other stuff, and it was really cool looking, and a massive collection at the time. And this is like late 90s, and now I realize like I have probably 100 times the amount of games he ever owned before he burned them all, and I have no idea where I'd put any of them. I'd probably just start selling them to GameStop wholesale, which would be worse, honestly. Okay, let's see. So, where do we go? We leveled up my int. I'm really going heavy on the all-rounder right now, and I guess that's fine. Let's see. So I could open up that one big gate. I mean, honestly, let's go after the caster boss. If I can get the upshot, that'll probably make me a lot stronger-ish. Having the spells would be nice, especially if I want to go full caster man here. More wisdom, though, feels kind of attractive. If I can have the, If I can have the three... If I can have the 3 times soul generation, that would make life a lot easier. Oh, have I gone through here? No, I haven't. Dream Tree. Which is not useful to me at the moment. Pew! Ah. Nope. She didn't actually go under me. Kind of stopped short, which is weird. Okay. I was watching one of those YouTube videos with people destroying the games and systems of people they know. Reactions to those people is heartbreaking sometimes. I mean, I'm 90% certain those are completely staged. And if they're not, then somebody needs to call the cops. But usually with like prank videos in that fashion, it's almost always like staged for reaction purposes. It just makes me sad, especially with like older systems, like destroying an N64 or whatever, or like a GameCube. Like those things are straight up out of production. Admittedly, we'll probably get something to the extent of like the GameCube Mini a couple years from now, and I'll probably buy that in a heartbeat. But like Nintendo's never gonna make another. Nintendo's never gonna actually bother to make another like couple of GameCubes. It's just not the thing that's going to happen. That's a shame. Because I liked the GameCube. I think it was actually my favorite shape of console ever. Oh, that was quick. Like, it was nice. I liked that little, like, carrying loop and whatnot. Alright. And time for the Soul Sanctum. I wasn't a big fan of this place the first time, but no, it's okay. Oh. I don't even know where I'm going in all of this. Oh. Slot for some kind of key. If I remember right, that's one of the special keys. Now, is this the guy that gets us the scream or the down slam? I want to say this is the guy that gets us the scream. I remember at one video a guy strapped a GameCube to the back of his car and drove around for a while and it still worked. The GameCube was built incredibly tough from what I remember. Like, if I remember right, not necessarily that guy, but I heard from... I remember hearing of people like... I remember hearing... Sorry, this guy sucks. I remember hearing of people shooting their GameCube and actually still having it, like, function. Which is insane to me. And, like, one, why would you do that? Two, like, how the hell would that still work? But it did, apparently. And that, like, surprised the heck out of me. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, I could easily say, don't make them like they used to. I'm pretty sure if I shot my switch, it would not work ever again. Record? Abba. The mind still limits us so. How to break past its constraints? To attain a pure focus. Is it even possible? Okay, so this is... I'm not actually sure what door that opened. Well, I hit it anyway. Yeah, I think actually the reason why I don't like this zone is entirely because the music is just a little over-aggressive for me. Oh, wait, no. No, that's not it. So I guess I had to go through that entire thing to open this door here, probably. Get out of here, chairman. This guy is particularly susceptible to downstrikes. Oops. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't remember those songs. Those might be modded in? That's a little concerning if they are modded in. If they are modded in, then I'll have to just have the whole soundtrack and then replace them all with the right songs. You die. Doesn't matter. We're good. Let's see, I'm still amused that they put a bitter detergent on Switch cartridges so people would need them. Honestly, it makes sense. I mean, it's a console marketed at kids, so having a couple of, like, very, having a couple of very, I'm gonna say child-unfriendly, but, like, child-proofing the console a little bit actually seems like a good idea. But there's a reason why the Switch doesn't have a whole lot of sharp edges, and the controllers are sized very specifically for smaller hands. And I think that's good design. And yeah, I have licked my my singular Breath of the Wild cartridge, and it was not good. It was not. It tastes like earwax. I was curious. Why not? I think I remember Egoraptor had, like, filmed himself doing the same thing, and boy, ugh. It is not. It's a really wonder. How many times did I get the urge to eat my Game Boy games? Never, but I also didn't get a Game Boy until I was, like, 11. I was, like, 10 or 11 when I got my first Game Boy. I'm fairly certain it's more aimed at, like, kids aged, I don't know, 3 or younger. Okay. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, so we need the down slam for that. I thought we learned the down slam from Cloth. No, Cloth is just the one that knows the down slam. I always have the hardest time. I always have the hardest time hitting that guy specifically. You licked yours and you didn't taste anything. Weird. Maybe they didn't do it to every cart. Because mine definitely tasted like bad earwax. I think? I'm not actually sure if I know what earwax tastes like. I'm flying blind. If I remember right, that's the that's the boss spot. I think we want to go the other way. The bench is... Is there a bench? I want to say there's a bench up and over. Let's see. If you're 3 or younger, you physically don't have the ability to play console games. You're just not developed enough. Sort of. I mean, I remember playing, Dig Dug when I was younger. Like, before I could read or really even speak. That was on a keyboard, which was, like, massive for a 3-year-old me. I remember, like, the age when I could finally sit at a computer with more or less WASD and it not being wildly uncomfortable. It was, like, I'm not gonna say life-changing, but... Oh, we're here. Okay. But also, like, generally, like, a lot of kids that might actually be able to physically play on the Switch probably have younger siblings. I certainly had a younger sibling who's, I mean, he was only, like, just shy of 2 years younger than me. Whereas, like, I know some people, they have... I know some people who had, like, siblings that are 3-4 years younger or something to that extent. Maybe there isn't actually a bench up here. Maybe the bench really is that way back. Get out of here, ghost! Ah! 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 Worth it, but ah! Oh no! Okay. Well, do we go back or do we go down? Cornifer is the closest bench, by the way. Well, do we do it? Yeah, I can do it. It's not that bad. I should sit up in my chair, though, if I'm going to be fighting this guy. But yeah, I will be the first one to admit that I wasn't very good at Dig Dug when I was a kid. But I did play Dig Dug when I was a kid. Ooh. It is I, Count Bugula, and I am here to zap you with a spell or two. Soul Master. Oh, right. I've forgotten his pattern. Well... That was good placement. Let's see. I don't remember this guy's pattern that well. I remember bits of it. I remember him being awkward at the time. That wasn't worth it. Okay. Yeah. Better to bide my time and hit him when I can than try and be terribly over-aggressive. Ow. I was already in the air for that one. Let me see. There we go, good timing. Okay, so I can hit him during this stage pretty easily. Unless, of course, he does that. I'm gonna bounce your face, boy! I think he has a phase 2 here. That's probably the coolest death, though. No! I thought we crashed down and had a lower fight. Yep, thought so. Sup, Chumbulus? Yep, second phase. Well, I shouldn't be there. I'm just gonna guts him. Works better. He doesn't have that much HP on the second phase. A brutal boss fight, but once you get his like basic pattern down and know when to hit him, he's not so bad. Man, I remember him giving me trouble. Okay, so Desolate Dive. Be while holding down to strike the earth with a burst of power. Let's see. So all the mods he's using is pretty interesting, but since I'm 100% completionist and a vivid achievement hunter, I'd like to know if these mods mess up the Steam achievements. I don't think so, no. You should have done the disrespect with a spell kill. I kinda did. Just not full disrespect. I don't actually remember what's over here. Oh, extra soul and maybe some other things? Hella Geo. Hello, Geo. Remember if there's anything else over here. Just that guy, I guess? But no, I would have gone with the soul kill. The spell kill. The one problem I have with spell kills in general, is they're a little bit awkward. They're a little slow. I think that's part of the reason why I was never super interested in magic the first time I ever played this game, because it was like, it was attractive to use it, but it locked you in place for too long. Whereas like, I'm a big fan of sword hopping and stuff. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh. I guess I'm gonna have to come back. Let's see, so what mods am I using? Just generally, if you want to use them yourself, HP bars and, HP bars and bonfire. Yeah, I tend not to, I'm usually not terribly keen on repeat answers like, what are the mods you use? Actually, if somebody wants to put together a command for that on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Twitch. The one problem I have with answering repeat questions like that is this series goes up on YouTube, and it's always just like, I feel guilty for saying like, these are the mods I use over and over and over again. Then again, I think I actually need to reiterate it more often for YouTube, because it feels like Twitch listens after a certain point. I still get questions on like, I still get questions on my like Terraria series or games where I have like a full-on mod list. People are like, what mods are you using? And it's like top thing on my description and nobody's read it. So maybe actually saying it out loud over and over and over again is not a bad idea. Okay. No, we're just supposed to go up here. Yeah, no, it's fine. I wouldn't apologize too much for what amounts to me just being grumpy for understandably having to repeat myself over again, because yeah, I absolutely understand why like people would know these things on the first go, but it's like and it's like, I think there are a couple other mods like quality of life and whatnot, but I mean honestly, if you can find the mod loader, you can pretty much find out every single mod that I'm using here without a whole lot of effort. Okay, so I'm still way off the map. I don't remember if there's any other zones I should be checking out here. Guess break this, go down. I think this just drops us down in here. Get out of here, I already broke your chair.